Good morning, everyone. Hello. Welcome back in. I am Insightful Angel, and welcome to your reading for this Monday. It is the 31st, I think, of May. I hope you've all had a good week and that you're all well in every way possible. Thank you for being here. It is great to be back, and I really do enjoy giving me the opportunity to connect with Spirit in this way, and hopefully to bring you a message of comfort, direction from Spirit and from the guides. So for today, let's get on with your reading. If you're here, please just give it a like, give the video a like, because that helps the algorithm to find us and let people know that this is something that people want to see. If you're new here, welcome. You're very, very welcome. I do readings for the Divine Melanated Collective, but not exclusively. Particularly, but not exclusively, for the Divine Melanated Collective, because I do feel that as a melanated person, we have a very strong ancestral connection, and I like to connect to the ancestors, connect to Spirit. Okay. And we have resilience. And it says, there is no need to rush or push. This is a time to take things as they come. You have the determination and patience to handle what is happening. So let's take a look at the book and see what it tells us. And resilience is number 1. Okay. So after all the kind of working through the dark night of the soul and the kind of challenges, etc., it's asking us to just maybe step back a little bit, just to contemplate and allow the energy that you've stirred up to actually come together as a force and then put into action the things that you've been trying to manifest. It says right now the benefits of being present outweigh the desire to create something or pursue a new endeavour. Be peaceful and take your time. Know that you will receive guidance about when to start a new chapter of your life. If you become impatient or want to push to create what you desire, redirect your attention to leisure activities. So very much a time of just enjoying, and because you know yourself, when you start to create something, there's that, it's just like driving a car. Let's use it as an analogy. You put it into first gear, and that's where all the push and the torque and the resistance is, and that's where we've been. But then you then move into second and then into third, and you start cruising, and it becomes effortless. And then you can sit back and just enjoy the landscape along that straight road and look out of the window. You don't have to think about the driving. But when you first get in the car, that's when you have to think about putting it into gear, signaling, pulling out, maneuvering. And that's when the action, that's when the push and the effort is put in. Spirit's keenly saying to you, now you've passed that stage. It's now time to let all that energy move itself forward. Let all that energy start to kind of filter out into the ether and put into action the things that you want to now draw to you. Let Spirit do the work for you. So if you get into that space of feeling you need to push, oh, I've got to do this, I need to be doing that. Sorry, I keep moving out of the frame. I need to do that, I'm pushing. Spirit say, no, sit back, chill. You've created the energy ball's been generated. Now let us send it out and bring back to you what it is that you've been wanting to draw in. So it says, find ways to occupy yourself so you can regain your sense of self and find the gifts in the process at hand. The turtles in this card represent inner power and the ability of the human spirit to overcome any difficulty. And you notice how a turtle has that really strong shell, don't they? And they live for a long, long time. So again, real symbols of power, strength, longevity. Very much a symbol of longevity. And Spirit's saying, let it happen. Let it happen. You know, be slow like the turtle. Be peaceful. Just take things in your stride. Take things one step at a time. It is time to combine determination and resolve with your fundamental conscientiousness and inner peace. Perhaps you've forgotten that these traits exist within you. Regain your focus. What do you need to do, and how would you like to go about it? Demonstrate composure and maturity through the choices you make. Thought to be a link between heaven and earth, turtles are time-honoured messages for use in prophecy. Sea turtles also represent immortality. In some societies, they are believed to be temporary vessels for souls that are making their way through a progression of lives on the course to heaven or enlightenment. Take a moment and look into the turtle's eyes on the card. Look at the heart that encompasses the turtles. Think the word love to help you feel the resolve emanating in you. You are more than capable of getting through what lies ahead. All right. So a clear sign of resilience, and let's get a bit closer, see if you can focus so you can see the turtle's eyes. Probably out of focus now, but chill, sit back, be peaceful, make decisions from a place of purity and serenity and love, and know that what you're pushing for, what you've wanted, is manifesting, and allow Spirit to aid you and guide you in doing that. There is no need for force. There is no need for pushing at this moment in time. Okay? All right, so last message. Okay? I felt very strongly that I needed to use cards from the landscape, from nature. So all the oracle decks today are all to do with the animals and to do with the landscape. So let's see now what the African landscape has to tell us. And I would like to ask our venerated guides and our divine ancestors to please come forward at this time and speak to us through the African landscape. What would you have us know today? What would you have the Melanated Collective know for this week? Okay, and we have Tarantula. Use your intuition. All things are connected, so be more aware of your surroundings. Don't get lazy. Work while you wait. And it says cosmic connection. So again, about waiting, being patient, steady, taking your time with something. Okay. Let's now see what the sacred landscape has to tell us. Okay. Thank you very much. Thank you, guys. Guardian angels. Mother, Father, God, what would you have the sacred landscape tell us for this week? What would you like the Melanated Collective to know for this week? Thank you so much for your guidance, your love, your support, and the messages. Thank you. Okay, so let's see what... Okay, we have two pop out here. Okay, so we now have healing chaos, and we had opportunity. Okay, so I'll just take the opportunity to read from the book as to what those two cards mean. All right, healing chaos. Wow. Right. Okay, so the first card, healing chaos, says spring tornado. Energy in our universe spirals. Water spirals in the wake of the fish that swims through the stream. Air spirals in the wake of a bird in flight. The moon spirals around the earth, which spirals around the sun, which spirals around the galaxy. Even our DNA is a spiral. It is the healing principle of life. It is not an accident that the ancient symbol for healing is the caduceus, two spiraling serpents. It is this sacred spiral. Most people assume that there is nothing good that comes from tornadoes, but every part of nature has value. For example, although some birds lose their habitat from a tornado, birds such as the prairie warbler, whippoorwill and woodpecker, grouse and woodcock, as well as forest salamanders, all benefit from the new landscape created by tornadoes. Downed trees provide habitat for black bears and white-tailed deer and create dens for many kinds of animals. Tornadoes churn up the soil in ways that rejuvenate the earth. So an indication that there's rejuvenation going on. If you haven't come through that tornado yet, then clearly with the butterflies, can you see them fluttering around the tornado, that transformation and rejuvenation is going to be the result of any internal or external chaos that you're experiencing. The sacred landscape wants you to know, when you receive this card, it acknowledges potential chaos or the need for chaos as an activator for profound healing. If your life seems chaotic, know that it has an underlying energy of healing. You're being healed on all levels. You are a healer. Alternatively, if your life is calm to the point of being stagnant, this card suggests that it might be time to create a bit of chaos in your life. It will activate healing. Do the unexpected, mix life up a bit. So 2 clear messages there. So far, the message was being for those of you whose lives have been a little bit calm, just reminding you that you've churned up, you've done the whipping up of the wind, and it's time to sit back and let that force and that energy do the clarifying and allow the transformation. Butterflies are always symbolizing regeneration and transformation and allowing it to take place. For those of you who perhaps are stagnated, it's saying churn things up a little bit, okay? Allow some chaos into your life, because that chaos is going to be healing. And that's why this one is saying don't be lazy. Work while you wait. So whilst you're in that waiting place, those of you whose lives are perhaps felt like they're stagnating, do something towards it, but don't, like the turtle, take your time, be peaceful, and make those decisions from a place of maturity. For those of you who feel like you're in a place of chaos, just know that that chaos is allowing you to heal, and that that transformation is coming about as a result of the end of the chaos. Okay, so now let's have a look at, because at the end of that chaos, through that stillness and that allowing that chaos that has been and that energy to do what it's meant to do, sorry, I've been moving the card around, will come an opportunity. Okay, there will be light at the end of the darkness. Okay, can you see how wonderful those colours are through that forest glade, being illuminated by the light of the moon? And it's a new moon signalling new opportunity. Okay, so let me just read from the book what the sacred landscape wants you to know about opportunity. And it says, moon through the pine trees. Okay. An occasional owl hoot and the song of a solo coyote punctuate the stillness of the forest. As a traveller walks through the pines, light from a waning moon filters down through the canopy of needles and cascades across the floor. Sometimes the trees obscure the moon, but sometimes its illumination clearly shows the path ahead. Pines are one of the most ancient plant genera on the planet. They have existed nearly 3 times longer than any flowering plant species. Because most pines stay green all winter, they traditionally represent longevity, immortality, fertility, health, and abundance. The moon and her gossamer glow represents the feminine and receptive side of life. Just as the moon receives and reflects the light of the sun, symbolically, the moon represents receiving the goodness of the universe flowing to you. The sacred landscape wants you to know gifts from the universe are ready to cascade into your life. Abundance, health, longevity, vitality, and joy are flowing to you, gently and easily in the days ahead. There may be times when the goodness of life feels like it's ebbing and flowing rather than being a steady stream of fulfillment. This is similar to the moon peeking through the pine trees for a moment or two. But as you stay open and receptive, physical and emotional gifts will come into your life. Instead of bemoaning the fact that there isn't a steady and constant stream of joy and gifts from the universe, accept whatever you receive in a spirit of gratitude, and your bounty will increase tenfold. This is universal law, okay? What a lovely card, okay? And quite clearly, the theme of longevity. Do you remember we said that the turtles, they have this hard shell, able to bear great impact and great pressure, but also they're a symbol of longevity. And you have, again, with that moon card, it's talking about longevity, endurance. So whatever opportunities comes to you, okay, in the coming days, weeks, don't bemoan the fact that perhaps it's not coming consistently or all at once. Be grateful for what comes, because in that coming, and just like the sea, you know how the sea kind of like ebbs and flows. It goes in and out. That's how your opportunity will come to you. Now imagine if all your opportunities, if everything you wish for came all at once, it would be overwhelming. So you've got to take it a step at a time. And that's what this card was saying. Sit back, be peaceful. Allow it to come to you. As it comes to you, a bit at a time, be grateful, absorb it, work with it, enjoy it, and then allow more to wash over you. And as it comes in, allow it to come back out. And as it comes in, allow it to come back out. Because as I said, it would be a bit overwhelming to receive it all at once. And you perhaps wouldn't then know. That would then be a stabilising force or situation for you. So let's see now what our tarot wants to tell us in support of today's message. Very much a message of take your time, be still with it, allow things to happen, be grateful for it. You are in a state of transformation, and if you're not, then there's going to be, allow some chaos in so that it can sweep away. And you know, after a strong wind, everything kind of smells fresh, doesn't it? Things have been cleared away. Yes, there may be a little bit of debris to sweep up, but the air feels cleaner, okay? And it's sweeping away to allow that opportunity in. Okay, so let's see. So, spirits, guides, beloved ancestors, and angels, what would you have us know today? Okay. Please speak to us through the Afro Tarot, and tell us what would you have us know for this week. Okay, thank you. Okay, so first of all we have, I'm not quite sure. I think that one came first. We have the Seven of Pentacles. Seven of Pentacles is the energy of having putting the hard work, planted the seeds, watered the flowers, tilled the soil, and you're now starting to see some growth. Very much supporting this idea that it's coming. You've whipped up the soil. You've put the energy out there, okay? And as it says here, there is no rush to push. You notice how he's standing, leaning on his tool. I don't know if it's a hoe. Okay, and he's just waiting. He's not pushing. He's in the stage now where he's got to wait for the fruition. The World card. The World card symbolises that you've closed down a particular cycle. Whatever it was that was holding you back, or whatever it was that you needed to work on for your soul's evolution, has now been completed. You might not be seeing the direct results of that at this moment because you're in this holding place, well, not holding place really, but a place of kind of transitioning from that. So you need to take your time and step into this new opportunity that's coming. And I don't know if you've noticed, but again, we have the symbol of the butterfly here. You notice the butterflies here, so you can see them on the tornado, and we have a huge, great butterfly here. Okay, again, growth. Look at all those green shoots and those wonderful flowers. So there's growth, opportunity. You've closed down that cycle and you're entering into a new one. Okay. But for now, be like the turtle. No need to rush or push. Take things as they come, which is what these two cards are symbolizing. He's waiting, letting the plants do their thing in their own time. Like the turtles, taking things as they come. Okay, so clearly the tarot is supporting what the oracles are now telling us. Now let's see what else Spirit has to tell us. Whoa, that one really flew out. Okay, we have the moon. So another moon image resonating here. So look at the synchronicity here. Two moons. Now, moon in tarot indicates that whatever has been hidden from you, whatever information you need to know that you've been operating without, will be revealed. It's an opportunity for things to come to light that you may need as you move into that future. And that is perhaps why Spirit is saying, take your time. No need to push here, because this information, there's things that you need to know. I suspect what this is also telling me, and what I'm picking up, is that when things come to light, some of those people, those events and those situations, you will see in a very different way, and it will really help you completely, if you haven't already, close down whatever that cycle was Absolutely, because you will see things very, very differently. You will see certain people differently. You will see certain events that took place in your life very differently, and you'll recognize why they needed to happen, why they came into your life, or indeed why you needed to move away from those situations or those people. So it's almost like drawing the line underneath, and it will stop you going, thinking, oh, maybe I shouldn't have, or did I behave too rashly, or or indeed beating yourself up thinking that you made a mistake. It will close that off completely, and you will know absolutely, no, I'm vibrating at a higher level. I know this cycle has completely come to an end, and you'll be able to take that opportunity and move forward into it. Okay, so moon card there showing us that there's new things, new information that is going to come to you, that's going to alter the way you think about certain things. It's a card of mystery and illusion. So there's a veil of something that needs to come to light for you. Okay, thank you, Spirit. Thank you, ancestors. What else would you have us know? What else do you have to say? Okay, this one's just flipped over. You have justice. So some of you who maybe have been operating and feeling like things that have taken place have been unfair, they have been. But the world is showing us that you're closing that down, and you're going to feel vindicated. The cycle that's coming back to you, everything that's being returned to you, it's almost like a karmic return. You're going to feel justified. You're going to realize now that you're now getting everything that you deserve and that you absolutely needed. It's a rebirth. There's new beginnings here. It's an awakening with the Justice card. Okay. You're going to then feel very much as if you've completed, you feel accomplished the cycle. You will know in your heart, spirit, and soul that cycle that some of us have been going through, that has been quite painful, challenging, which has needed you to be like the shell of the turtle and tough and resilient. You will have closed that down. Okay, so yeah, really quite a nice reading here. Okay, thank you, Spirit. Anything else that you need us to know for this week? What messages do you have for us? Okay, this one's just flipped over. There we go. We have the Tower. We have the Four of Cups. Okay. Oops. All right. So hold on. Justice. Tower. All right. Again, indicating, like this card said, if you haven't had that chaos in your life, then you might need some. And if you don't create it, Spirit will do it for you, because for some of us, there's some clearing that needs to happen. The Tower comes into our lives when there's a need for a sudden and drastic clear out and shift and change. And for those of us who perhaps may be hanging on still a little bit, then that Tower moment is coming, or we've had the Tower moment. But the Tower moment was as a result of that feeling of ennui, that dissatisfaction, that place of like things stalemate and things not moving forward. There has had to be a real show of strength in order to get here. Okay, a real show of strength has been needed to get here. And then the final one that flipped out was the Five of Cups, which was an indication of some kind of sense of mourning and disappointment. The Four and Five Cups show the space that we were in. There's an apathy, disconnection, a sense that things are unfair, that things are not going the way they are. And then Five indicating that we were disappointed. There's been some grief and some disappointment. Okay. And there's been a need for a tremendous show of strength from us. Okay. So let's see. But the primary energy is that there's growth, and you're in a place of watching those bear fruit, and that cycle is closed down, because those are the two strongest energies that came out at the start. Once that new energy, that new information reveals itself, you will see your situation in a very, very different light, and you will start to feel the impact of the opportunity of clarity. You'll start to feel the justice. You'll start to feel that things have rebalanced themselves, that there's truth and fairness has now come about, okay? If it hasn't already, there may well be some chaos and a sudden change which will sweep all of this away, but be strong. You have the courage to do so. As the Strength card indicates, you have the patience and the control. Remember, this card was telling us to be patient, take our time, and the tarot supporting that. Take your time, be patient, it's there. Okay, I'm just going to see if there's anything else in terms of the tarot. Okay, we've got 2 jump out there. All right, which way? Oh, 3. Wow, okay. So we have, and at the end we have 3 cups jump out. So we have the Page of Cups come out, which is another card of opportunity and more of an emotional opportunity. I suspect this one for me indicates that as the result of this Tower moment and this chaos, there's going to be much more emotional balance and stability, and someone coming in with an offer, an emotional offer. It could be a friend, it could be a family member, it could be a lover, but an opportunity for more emotional balance, better communication and connection in your emotional relationships. We then had the Queen of Cups. This is going to be you, whoever you are watching, male or female. Your energy is going to be much more balanced. This is a woman who rules, and she rules from a place of compassion and intuition. All of this is allowing you to connect more deeply to your intuition, to your guides, and to the energy of those people who support you, okay? But also connected more deeply to yourself. The Tower moments that have taken place have been here to... and I've acted like a tornado. Sorry, let me just pull this one out. Okay. To get you deeper and more connected to who you are. And that emotional purity and that sweeping away has led to closing down that cycle of push and push and push and feeling like nothing's going the way that you perhaps needed it to. And as a result, you're coming into this really strong energy of being the Queen of Cups, secure in her emotional body, knows who she is, what she wants, what she deserves, is fair and just towards herself and others, and operates from a very, very powerful place of being connected to her intuition. And then finally, we had the 3 of Cups. And as a result of that, there's going to be much more reciprocation, connected relationships and friendships, joy, celebration with those in your lives. So a really, really lovely energy to end on there. So the 5 and 4 of Cups, which were the disappointment, the ennui, the kind of hurt, dissatisfaction, very much usurped by the more positive emotional energies in the deck. Okay, so very, very nice energy to end on. Take your time, enjoy the opportunities that come to you, don't rush anything. So I'm now just going to ask our guardian angels what they have to tell us today. Okay, so guardian angels, thank you very much. What advice would you give us at the end of this reading? Thank you. Okay, so, whoops. Okay, so let's see what we have today. Thank you, guardian angels. Okay, those that guide us, what would you have us know today? What energy? Okay, what we have is prayer. Okay, so take your time, be still, as the turtle says. And perhaps those of you who have a religious practice, pray. Dear God, help me always to remember that this present life is but a fleeting moment within eternity. Help me always to remember that this life is but a dream, Help me always to remember that you exist with everyone and everything. Help me always to remember that love is all there is and all else is illusion. Thank you. And very much, as far as I can see, very much a card asking you to love. Remember to love yourself, okay? Because all of this challenge, all of this manifesting, all of this looking for support and trying to improve the situation for yourself is no good if you don't love yourself, all right? And it's the loving of yourself and becoming this Queen of Cups energy that is the thing that is taking you forward to these really nice balanced energies of reciprocation, celebration. Can you see each of those women, their cups are equal size, they give, and they're playing together, and then you've got the beautiful sunshine, all is good in their world coming up behind them, all right, and sunrise. All right, so just one last message before I close the reading. Thank you for being here. I just want to say thank you very much for being here. If you are still here, if you wouldn't mind, just giving a quick thumbs up, that'd be great. Or indeed share the video. Okay. And also feel free to share it, like and subscribe if you're new here, and then you'll get to know exactly when I post another one. It tends to be on a Monday. And you'll get them first. Don't forget to press the notification bell. I just want to thank you so much for supporting the channel. Those of you that are been supporting it for a while, I'm really, really grateful to you. And those of you that are new, thank you so much for being here. It's not a mistake that you're here, and I hope the message resonates. If it does, feel free to give it a thumbs up. The guidance here says relinquish defensiveness in your communications. Instead, stand tall, listen and learn. So again, supporting the idea here of the tarantula, to use your intuition, and of the turtle, which was asking us to be patient and not to push forward too much, because ultimately, the world is yours. You have closed down whatever negative cycle you were operating in, whatever it was you were looking to change, you have closed that cycle down. And the world is available to you. Justice is yours. Thank you so much for being here. I have been Insightful Angel. Thank you very much. And bye for now. I will see you in a week. Have a wonderful week ahead. Bye.